We're using a range of different cameras to try to tell this story. One of the challenges in filming Australian wildlife is a lot of them are nocturnal. So we've got an infrared camera that we're using for some nighttime shooting. We also are using small cameras like GoPros or Sony Handycams or Panasonic Polecams to try and enter into their world, their underground world.
This is a magnificent lens for wildlife. It's a zoom range of 40 times. The lens weighs about 7 kilos. The tripod, another 15 kilos. The camera body, 10 kilos. So all up, you're looking at 35 kilos. There's a permanent indent in my shoulder here from carrying the tripod.
Just using the jib here to try and achieve, I guess, what would normally done on a track, just to basically come from a nice wide of the ocean vista and the Ile du Nord, tracking along and revealing the penguin burrow. It's a bit difficult terrain to set up our track system, so we're going to use the jib and try and use the boom arm to achieve that same move.
We've got a penguin here in her burrow with a couple of chicks. We're just going to try and get some shots. I'm going to be using 5D for this, which is a stills camera that also shoots video.
The burrow is quite narrow, and the chicks are only about this big at the moment. They're maybe, I think, 3 days old. They're tucked well under the mother, so we just need to get reasonably close. Just putting a clear filter on the front because sometimes mum gets a bit cranky. I don't want to lose a lens.
I'm setting up a time lapse to run on this little rocky shore, and the tide is due to come in a few hours. So what I'm hoping for is changing light on the rocks, the tide slowly coming in, and which in time-lapse will be speeded up to be coming in quite quickly. I'm using a time-lapse dolly here. What happens with this is it's got a little electric motor in it that pulls it along, and so every time we take a photo we move a little bit. So instead of just having a static locked-off time-lapse shot, we've got a lovely move that happens through the shot, and these foreground rocks will change as the dolly moves along the track. And if we're lucky, it'll all work and it'll be beautiful. I think people are fascinated with seeing the world speeded up, and things that are subtle to us that we don't even notice, like a shadow moving across the ground. The way the sun moves through the sky and the stars rotate in the heavens. All those things speeded up and presented in time-lapse is very powerful, very engaging, and it's just beautiful to look at. So used in context in a story, it adds a real lot to a project.